Hello everyone, doing a little part two of chatting about Man United. I'm out on the balcony, have a look here, look at the view. It's lovely. Beautiful, beautiful. Beautiful in Magaluf. Yeah, it's great. I've just had a few cocktails, a little bit merry, so just come back. It can be quite tiring enjoying yourself, do you know what I mean? Quite hard, tiring having too much fun, you know what I mean? So but it's all good. It's very relaxing. I feel very relaxed. Besides having a few cocktails, you know, it's all good. But yeah, no, just to say about, you know, what's been getting on with Ten Hag and Man United, everything. Yes, I don't know. I'll be honest with you. It's not been good. I don't like. Obviously, I've explained on the last video, I don't really like how they're handling things, especially when it comes to him. Yeah, it's just a bit of a joke how it's dragging on. I believe he's going to stay. I don't see anyone getting the job. I just don't see him not staying. I don't see them coming out with, oh, this is the new. It just doesn't make any sense. I just think he's going to stay. But I think the problem you've got at Man United, with the most talked about club, they're milking this for all it's worth. And basically you've got all these accounts on Twitter, they're all coming up with all this crap. I saw one about Frankie de Jong's coming. I mean, yeah, I think that says it all, doesn't it? It really does say it all. That's not happening. I think we all know that. So yeah, it's a lot of it is rubbish. You have to filter, like I said, you have to filter through the rubbish. I mean, there's probably truth in some of it. There's probably a few, you know, bits of truth, but no, I think a lot of it is rubbish. I really do believe that, you know. And like I say, unless it's a credible source, a real credible source, you can believe some things, you know. I think they're just negotiating his contract, but I do think they're being like the Glaziers. They're not really giving us anything, are they? They're just like giving us a few crumbs, spinning some stuff maybe in the media, and that's about it. I don't really know what they're playing at, to be honest. This is the problem. But yeah, I don't like how they're doing it. This is why, let's go back to the beginning when the whole sale started. And I'm sure many of you, we all wanted full sale only. And that was the thing, full sale. That was the thing, full sale. And yeah, the fact we haven't got that, that's something else, you know what I mean? That's something else. But the problem is they've got to work the Glaziers still, isn't it? I think things, look, don't get me wrong, I think they've made some good decisions. I think getting in, you know, it can only be a positive getting in football people, and it can only be a positive that they are taking their time, but I do feel they've gone about it in the wrong way. I think the manager situation they've not handled very good, but it is what it is. He ends up staying, great, then that's fine, I'll give them a chance. I think they can come through all this at the moment. I think it's early days. I just think the problem is they're not telling us anything. So why they keep quiet, not tell us everything? The media and all these fake accounts on Twitter will just spin, and that's what you're going to get, isn't it? So there's not much you can say or do about that, you know. But yeah, I think with Ineos, I do feel it's going to get better. It can't get any worse. I mean, well, at the moment you'd think that. But I think the problem is with Ineos, I'll be honest with you, it will get better and it can't get any worse in the long term. But I do feel in the short term, it's probably going to get worse, as the saying goes, before it gets better. That's the problem that we have. And I don't know what patience a lot of you Man United fans have. So yeah, it's a tricky one. It's really, really tricky. So yeah, this is what I mean. I just feel that we're all going to have I think we all could be having a nervous breakdown. I mean, I won't, because I feel I'm quite realistic in where Man United are. Of course, you know, as a fan, I'm just going to sit down and say, as a fan, you know, I am, you know, obviously not happy with where we are. I want us to be like Man City. I want us to be dominating like we were under Ferguson. I want us to be winning league titles. That's what I really, really want. The Spice Girls say, you know what I mean? I want us to be successful and be winning everything. But the harsh reality is, Manchester United fans, the harsh reality is we're not that club anymore now Ferguson's gone. You know, it wasn't just on the pitch, behind the scenes. Everything changed. We became a commercial club. It was more about making money. It didn't matter what we did on the pitch. Ed Woodward said it himself. He says, doesn't matter if Man United are not successful. They looked at Liverpool as an example. You know, 30 years not winning the league. They looked at Liverpool and they said, no, it doesn't matter if Man United are not successful. You know, look at Liverpool. They'll still make loads of money because they're big clubs. They've got a big fan base. You know, living off their past. Blah, blah, blah. You know, but you can only live off your past for so long. Of course we will. You know, Man City, we know what they are. Bunch of cheaters, you know what I mean? It's funny how they're trying to, you know, get out of it. Mate, oh no, we're going to sue get the FA into trouble and all that rubbish. No, I think we know that's a load of crap. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, we know that's rubbish. But you know, that's a story for another day. Look, Man City, let's be honest, Man City are a mid-table club fighting relegation. That's what they are. That's what they are. I don't see them. I just see it as they've, obviously the oil people have come in, blah, blah, blah. Now, this is the problem with state-owned. Now, I'm going to hold my hands up. I'm going to hold my hands up because I wanted Qatar. So I'm going to hold my hands up. See, I'm holding my hand up. I'm going to be honest. I wanted Qatar to get United because I was so pissed off of how awful we've been. I didn't know about this Jim Ratcliffe because I felt Jim Ratcliffe at the time, if he was going to get full ownership, I was like, yes, okay, let's do it because it's full ownership. And Man United, he can easily wipe that debt off and we can just run ourselves. You get rid of that debt, get rid of all the crap. You let a lot of those players go on higher wages. Man United are fine. We can easily compete with anyone. It's fine. But the problem is we've got that debt and we've got a lot of issues, you know. I mean, yes, we can afford to be in debt, but it's not great for the FFP and all that. It hampers us in a lot of ways. You know what I mean? So, yeah, that's the issue we obviously with City anyway and us. They can't compare themselves to us. They're just a mid-table team, but obviously they won the lottery. It could have been anyone, you know. Kind of in a way, it's a bit annoying at City because there are obviously neighbours. Kind of feel, you know, I wish it could have been another club, but there you go. It is what it is. I do feel state ownership is ruining football. It's not good. Listen, I'm all for competitiveness and, you know, you're going to get billionaires owning clubs, you know, but I feel state ownership. See, obviously Abramovich came into Chelsea and he brought a lot of success to Chelsea and maybe we were a bit jealous at the time, envious, but, you know, he was a billionaire in his own right. Obviously there was the Russian thing and everything that was going on. That was another story. But, yeah, state ownership is probably not good for football. And I've got to be honest, it's probably in a way, even though we got Jim Ratcliffe, it's probably good we haven't got Qatar because we would have been labelled with the same brush. But I've got to be honest, I do feel if Qatar owned Man United or Liverpool or maybe another big club, I don't know, Real Madrid or whoever, Barcelona, I can't kind of see them as the pinnacle. I mean, I don't think they'd be we'd never be cast as a plastic club because we've got a history. We've built up our success through decades and years and years. And Man City just come along, is what it is. But look, to be fair to Man City, I've got to be honest, they are a fantastic team, play great football, even though I find it a bit boring. I wouldn't want us to play football. I want us to, you know, it's our own way. But, you know, they're a great team. You've got to give them that. They are a great team. You know, obviously I hate it. I hate it with passion, but they are a great team. But they have cheated to get there. It's how they've got there. Now, I feel sorry for the older City fans. I have more respect for them because they know what it is true, you know, to be a true City fan. I mean, I've got to be honest, all these new City fans, I look at them and I think, what are you going to do when they get relegated? You know what I mean? Anyway, I've gone a little bit off topic talking about Man City, but I thought I'd get that in there. But, yeah, look, with Man United, I feel it will get better. But I think with Ineos, this is the issue with Ineos. This is why I wanted full ownership. So I'll get back to Man United now. The reason why I wanted the full ownership was because if you get full ownership, they can get in there and they can get stuff done. Now, I always said, if it's full ownership with Qatar or Ineos, I said it'll both be fine. I'd said it'll probably take a little bit longer with Ineos because they will obviously get the new ground, all these things, but I just feel you'll get an instant load of cash in through Qatar. Not that we need it, we can run ourselves, but we just need to get rid of this debt and all this rubbish the Glazers have put us into, you know. Shouldn't have never been allowed to buy us in the first place the way they went about it. You know, obviously the stadium rotting, that's another situation in itself. But, yeah, so because they're still working with the Glazers, I feel they're going to do things like, I mean, you hear all these things, you know, they're going to move the canteen staff and whatever that's all about, you know. Yeah, doing all these little things, but I just feel like, yeah, you can get some players. I mean, apparently we are linked to players. I'm seeing that on Twitter. X, whatever it's called. But you know, actions speak louder than words. You know, I saw Frankie de Jong. Oh God, I listen. I'm sorry, I saw it and I just thought, come on. Anyone with a brain is not even going to take that seriously. We went through the saga of Frankie de Jong last summer. I ain't going through it again. With Man United, because we're such clickbait, we're linked. Anyone who gets our name mentioned to them will get attention. So for me, I don't believe anything with Man United getting a player, whoever it is, until I see it in black and white, until I see that player holding up the shirt, being proper interviewed by Man United and all this stuff, official. I don't believe any of this. This is the problem with Man United and being fans. We shouldn't believe all this crap. I think a load of it is a load of shit. Honestly, it's really a load of shit. I'm seeing all these accounts. They're not even proper accounts. Man United, they're just named United Extra, whatever they are. I don't know. Some of them might be all right. But you know the ones to filter through, and it's just a load of crap, to be honest. Like I said, it will get better with Ineos, but it's going to be a slow burn. You know, it is. I think Ten Hag will stay. They'll get him on a new contract. I don't see he's getting a sack. I'm not too concerned anymore. Even though people will panic, I'm not really worried. But they are taking the piss. They're dragging this on. If nothing is official about the manager this week, because they keep saying it's this week, if nothing comes out, just forget it. Don't even look at anything, because it's just, they're going to keep him, but they're just not going to come out and say it. It's absolutely ridiculous. I don't know what they're doing, but there you go. I do feel they should communicate with the fans more, because they should know that we've been spun all these years, and we need a bit of communication. But I don't think we're going to get it, unfortunately. Now, they probably will get some players in. They probably will, but, you know, let's see what happens. It's all a bit, it's all a bit up in the air. So for me, we're going to just have to see what happens, you know. I think, for me, I'll wait and see till the end of this window. I feel I'll probably be able to judge. I'm judging Ineos. I am judging them at the moment through what I'm seeing. So I'm putting a judgment on them at the moment. But I need to wait for this window to be completely over. What players we actually getting, if we get any at all. God, don't say that. If we don't get any players, I swear to God, I'm just not even going to bother. If you're a Man United fan, we buy no players this season, which isn't going to happen, I'm sure we will, but if we don't buy anyone, don't even bother tuning in. It's actually absolute waste of time. You know, and another thing, we've got to get rid of a lot of these players, like Ericsson, Greenwood. You know, I'm not going to go into the Greenwood Sancho, but them two have just, they've got to go. Do you know what I mean? Too much baggage, too much problems. I see all this on Twitter. I'll get them back. Just let them go. You've got to let them go. I'm not being funny. We let go. Man United have let go of Ronaldo. Yes, I was not happy. Of course I wasn't. But we carried on. Obviously under Fergie, different times. We let go of Beckham. We let go of many, many great players. We'll survive. I swear to God, if you let go of Sancho and Greenwood, we will survive. It's different issues, but they're problems. We need problems to be gone. I don't want drama. I don't want problems. We don't need egos. And the whole Casemiro thing, you know, he was upset because he didn't get picked. Listen, I like Casemiro. I think he did well for us last year. I think he still was good this year. He scored some important goals. So I'm not discrediting him. He's done a lot of good things. But listen, you're going to sulk, sit in the stands, because he was on the bench, whatever the situation. You know, obviously Amrabat's brother came out and said it. Listen, how can you have a go at Ten Hag? How can you have a go at Ten Hag? He won us the game. We won the FA Cup. He did what was right for once. Do you know what I mean? He did the right decision. That included not starting Casemiro. Maybe if Casemiro was on the bench, Casemiro might have come on later. Do you know what I mean? But I'm sorry, it's not about Casemiro. It's not about Player FC bullshit. It's about Manchester United. I'm a Manchester United fan. I'm not a Player FC fan. Oh, yes, of course, I've had favourite players, but I'm not. I'm all about Manchester United. When a player leaves our club, I'm not bothered what they do. I don't give a shit. I'm all about us. Of course, like if they're a legend and they've served us for a long time, they've achieved a lot. I'm like, I wish them well, and I'm happy for them. Do you know what I mean? But I'm just about Man United. I just want us to win. Do you know what I mean? So whoever it is, it doesn't matter. All this shit. I think it's a generational thing. Maybe it's Gen Z or whatever. But no disrespect, not everyone, you know. But we've got to just, you know, it's about the team. It's about being a team, you know. And look, I'm somebody, right? Listen, I don't mind being proved wrong. I really don't mind being proved wrong. If Ten Hag goes, we get a new manager and he's doing a madness and he's taking us to the promised land and all this shit, I will sit here and say, do you know what? I was wrong. And I'm glad I was wrong. And I'm happy Man United are winning. It's so simple. There's no agenda. But I just feel, honestly, it's not the right thing to do right now. I'm not saying... I don't know if Ten Hag's going to take us there. I don't know if he will or won't. But you're not giving me many great options. Do you know what I mean? So it is what it is at the end of the day. As is what it is would say. Trouble. Bless. But, you know... Yeah, it's just all a bit crazy. But look, we'll see what happens anyway. But, yeah, we're on Ineos watch. I'll judge them. I'll wait till the season's over, see what we actually do, and I'll see what's going to happen. I'm going to be at Murrayfield, by the way, when it's the pre-season game. So maybe I'll see a few people there on the, you know, Twitter and everything. I know a few people will be going on the YouTube channels. Yeah, listen, adios again. I've got another day left in Magaluf, so I'm going to make the most of that. Take it easy, guys. Over and out. Bye.